Facebook www.facebook.com/ddsaptagiri, Twitter twitter.com/ddsaptagirivja, Instagram www.instagram.com/ddsaptagiri, YouTube www.youtube.com/c/ddsaptagiri.
Good afternoon, students. My name is Suresh. I belong to ZPHS Veerapanenigudam. It is in Gannavaram Mandal, Krishna district. Dear students, you know that we are in pandemic situation. Because of this pandemic situation, NCERT released alternative academic calendar. According to academic calendar, we have to complete some of the objectives related with our class. We have no textbooks, so to listen these classes you don't need any textbooks. Every age group has to fulfill some objectives. According to these objectives only the textbooks are preparing. So all students should watch these programs and get the required competencies related with their class. Before listening this class, you subscribe DD Saptagiri channel in your YouTube link. Today's competencies. Dear children, today we are going to learn three most important competencies. When we are celebrating Diwali, we heard lots of noise, lots of crackers noise outside our house. We don't concentrate to hear all these noises. We suddenly hear. So, without giving any concentration to that noise, we hear. So, it is a passive process. That means hearing is a passive process. Listening means you are intentionally hearing that voice. It includes hearing, understanding and interpreting the situation and the context what the speaker is telling to you. So, it is must and you should develop listening skills according to your class standards. How to do listening activity? This is an important task we have to do, those who are studying, going to study 8th class this year. In this Corona holidays, please select one audio file from your YouTube or from any other resource. Play that audio file and try to listen that audio file. While you are listening that audio file, please select the important words in that audio file and please write down those important words in your notebook. And at the same time, children, please check the pauses where the speaker is taken. And while you are listening this audio file, you please observe the pauses where the speaker is taking. And at the same time, you please observe, children, the tone of the speaker. It is very important to improve your speaking skill also. And at the same time, while you are listening to this audio file, you please understand what is being said. It is better to understand what the speaker is telling, and at the same time you simultaneously observe the important words and important concepts what the speaker is saying to you. And at the same time, to improve your listening skill, the most important thing is you repeat the same audio again and again if you didn't understand it, or if you understand well, repeat it again. Then you can get good vocabulary. You can create your own software in your brain in related with the listening and speaking skills. Now, how to get these desired skills? What is the simple way? What is the tip for getting these desired skills? You need a regular practice. Please children, you practice regularly, then only you will get the listening skill. Automatically it leads to speaking skill. And you practice more. If you practice more, then only you will get better in your future. And once again I am telling to you, my friends, remove fear from you while you are learning these aspects. This may not become a hindrance for learning this speaking and listening skills. So children, please practice these skills to improve your listening aspects. Now, see this slide. This is a slide related with APSRTC board. It is the board. It is telling about the Vijayawada city bus which is traveling from Vijayawada city bus to Gannavara airport. How often this bus comes? Yes, it could be for every 1 hour, or it could be for every 15 minutes, or it could be for every 2 hours. This is called frequency. This is called frequency. Now we'll go for the other slide. Every day I brush my teeth. Dear children, see this sentence. Every day I brush my teeth. Here, if you take a sample of 10 days, every day I brush my teeth. That means every day is equal to always. Always is an adverb. So, we are replacing every day with always. I always brush my teeth. I always brush my teeth. The next slide is for you. Here, we are taking the sample of 10 days. For 10 days, out of 10 days, 5 days I go for run in a park. That means only 5 days, half of the days for 10 days. So, 50% is fulfilled. So, we are using the adverb sometimes. If any work is fulfilled 50%, then we use this adverb. I sometimes go for a run in the park. Once again, I am repeating it to you. I sometimes go for a run in the park. Children, we will go for the other slide. See, every day, suppose we are taking a span of 10 days for this example. For 10 days, I didn't take coffee in the morning. I always drink tea in the morning. That means when we see for these 10 days, I didn't drink coffee for these 10 days. So, I didn't take any day. It leads to never. Never represents 0%. So, I never drink coffee in the morning. I never drink coffee in the morning. This is the next slide, children. Here, 100%. That means out of 10 days, we are fulfilling 10 days. That means I brush teeth every day. Every day is replaced by the adverb always. If I am brushing my teeth, or if I am doing any work for half of the day, half of these 10 days, it is about 50%, then we use the adverb sometimes. If I didn't do anything for these 10 days, so I use the adverb never here. So, find out the difference among these three, children. Always, sometimes, never. Always is used for 100% fulfillment, and sometimes for 50%, and never 0%. Okay, we'll go for in the slide. This is a slide, and I usually I wake up more than sometimes, not always. That means I wake up at 8:30. When we are taking 10 days time, 10 days duration, when we are observing all these things, I fulfill all these 50% more than sometimes and not always. So, in this case, we use the adverbs often, usually, normally. That means, if it is in the case of fulfillment of 80%, then only we will use these adverbs often, usually, normally. So, children, I am reading the sentences for you. I usually wake up at 8:30 a.m. I usually, that means in a week time, for 4 or 5 days, I wake up at 8:30 a.m. Remaining 2 days, I woke up at 5 o'clock a.m. by 5 o'clock. Next sentence. I often watches television in the evening. I often watches television in the evening. That means in 1 week span, I am only watching television 4 or 5 days in the evening. That means it is more than 50%. So, here I am using the adverb often. I often watches television in the evening. Normally, I normally go to work by car. That means in 1 week time, out of 7 days, 5 days I go for work by car. So, dear children, this is very important. It is above some 50% and it is below 100%. So, for 80% of work usage, 80% of frequency, we use these adverbs often, usually, and normally. We will go for in the slide. This is the slide, and if we take a sample of 1 week time, it is happening only 2 or 1 time per a week, then we use the adverb hardly ever, rarely. I hardly ever wash my car. That means in 1 week time, only 1 day I am spending time to clean my wash. And I rarely eat fast food. I may or may not eat in 1 week time the fast food. So, here I am representing this one in the name of rarely. I rarely eat fast food. Here, where should we add frequency, adverb of frequency? Adverbs are used before the verb. Dear children, you please take your notebooks and write down some important points. Adverb is used before the verb only. Here the sentence is, I brush my teeth every day. Now tell me students, where is the verb? What is the verb? Yes, brush is the verb. Now I am writing always before the verb brush. Now the sentence is, I always brush my teeth in the morning. I always brush my teeth in the morning. The second sentence is, I always drink a cup of tea in the morning. I always drink a cup of tea in the morning. Next sentence, I sometimes have cup of tea in the morning. Here the adverb is sometimes. Sometimes is representing 50% of the work. That means in 1 week span, I am taking 4 or 5 days tea in the morning. So, sometimes I may get orange juice, or sometimes I may drink coffee. So, this is the adverb of frequency. So, dear children, please put your adverbs whenever there is a necessity before the verb only. Here, and the slide is for you to get better understanding about adverbs of frequency. If we take example a time span of 10 days, if 10 days it is fulfilled, then we use the adverb always. Here the sentence is, I always study after class. I always study after class. That means every day he is studying after class. 90%, 9 days out of 10 days, I usually walk to work. That means he is taking a walk to work, to his workplace, to his office by walk 9 days. So we are using the adverb usually. Now 80% normally and generally. Out of 10 days, I normally get good marks. That means if he appears 10 examinations, in 8 exams he will get good marks. He could get good marks. In this situation, we use the adverb of frequency normally and generally. I normally get good marks. For 70% out of time span 10 days, 7 days, I often read in bedtime at night. That means he has a habituation to read stories at the bedtime. So this is the sentence, I often read in bed at night. And sometimes, that means out of 10 days span, only 5 days he takes a shower. So here the adverb of frequency is sometimes. I sometimes sing in the shower. I sometimes sing in the shower. The next one is occasionally. I occasionally go to bed late. It is for 30%, and it is for 10%. If it is 10%, I seldom put salt on my food. That means if there is a possibility of doing this one, only 5%, and then we use the adverb hardly ever or rarely. That means the sentence here, the sentence is, I hardly ever get angry. That means he didn't get angry. Never, it implies, it reflects the 0% out of 10 days. Vegetarians 10 times, vegetarians never eat meat. Vegetarians never eat meat. This is the good chart, children. You please try to observe all these things in your YouTube link in the DD Saptagiri channel if you didn't write in your notebook. Now, this is the exercise for you children. You please write down in your notebook. The students in my class speak English in the classroom. The students in my class speak English in the classroom. Use adverb always. The second sentence, this is for you for doing your homework. Lawless and I get in trouble at school. Lawless and I get in trouble at school. Here the adverb of frequency is never. The third sentence is for you. You please write down in your notebook. Bhavana raises her hand. Bhavana raises her hand to answer questions in class. Here the adverb of frequency is frequently. Here the adverb is frequently. You have to use these adverbs and write down the sentences in your notebook and you practice it. And the next competency is usage of prepositions in or on. We may get confusion while using these prepositions in or on while we are doing our works. So, I am giving you tips in related with these prepositions. If it is related with paper, you should use in. Please find out. You please write down in your notebook. In a book because book is related with a paper. Second one, in a comic. Comic is also a book, so it deals with paper. Third one, in the newspaper. In the newspaper. Fourth one, in the magazine. In the magazine. The fifth one is on email. Here is the question. It is email. It is an electronic device. Why should we use in before this one? We are writing a letter through email. That's why it is an exceptional case. So you please remember on email. And dear children, you please see the second slide. Electronic. On the phone, because it is an electronic device, we are writing the preposition on the phone. On TV, on television, on the internet, on the internet, on my computer, on my computer, on my laptop, on my tablet, on my tablet. Go for another slide related with the in or on. In is usually used when it is related with the inside or in closed space and it has its limits. Here are the examples. The first one is the books are in the box. That means it is a closed one. The books are in the box. The second one, the rice is in the bowl. The rice is in the bowl. Bowl has its own limits. That's why we are using here the preposition in. The third one is my keys are in my pocket. My keys are in my pocket. No children? This is also pocket has its own limit. On is used on a surface. The books are on the table. The books are on the table. The chicken is on the plate. The chicken is on the plate. There is a rainbow on the t-shirt. There is a rainbow on the t-shirt. We'll go for another slide. See this slide, children. In the house, the ball is in the house. The ball is in your room because house and room are closed ones. On the roof, on the wall, on the floor. These are all representing surfaces. That's why we are using on the roof, on the wall, on the floor. See children, this is the another slide for you related with the seasons. When we are using before seasons, months and years, please children use the preposition in. In the winter, I like ski in the winter. My birthday is in July. He was born in 2006. And usage of on. On is used before days and dates. I'll see you on Thursday because Thursday is a day. The school begins on 5th September. 5th September, it is a date. They'll meet each other on New Year Eve. On New Year Eve, it is a day, important day. Here, compare the highlighted sentences. My birthday is in July. In July, it represents month. On July 24th, it is representing the date. So, children, you please take picture of this. If there is any possibility, please take a picture of this one, or otherwise you subscribe YouTube channel and you please observe this one. On, in and yet, these prepositions are used for both time and place. For time, in centuries, if it is very bigger, we use in centuries, in years, in 1990, in 2000, in months, in the month of June, in weeks, in spring seasons. If there is season indication, we should use in. and on is used for specification of, it is for used for more specification on Easter day, on Monday, on April 3rd, on the weekend, like this. Yet is used for more very specific things, for yet 8 a.m., yet midnight, at the moment, and yet Easter. And this side for place, in is used for general, for bigger ones, for representing countries. That means in France, in Paris, in Manhattan, if it is a neighborhood, if it is a, there is an enclosed shape space is there, that means in a car. On is used for places to specify more specific things, on Columbus Street, on 7th Avenue, on the floor, on a bus, on the radio. And yet is used for places, very specific reasons, for at Basavaya Street, at 456 State Street, or at the station, at the railway station, at the bus station. Okay, children, this is the homework for you. Please write down in your notebook. Dash our textbook. You please fill these words with prepositions in or on. Dash our textbook. The second one is dash the screen. Dash the screen. Third one is dash the article. Dash the article. Fourth one is the poem. The poem. Next one is the journal. Use prepositions in or on only. The journal. The radio. The radio. Dash the letter. Dash the letter. Dash the monitor. Dash the monitor. Here, dear children, please listen. Today we learned 3 competencies related with 8th class. The first one is listening skill. The second one is adverbs of frequency. Third one is usage of prepositions in, or, and yet. You please practice these things in your home. We will come back to Vidya Varadhi program in a few seconds. Thank you. Welcome to Vidya Varadhi. Dear children, Doordarshan along with NCERT, it is designing so many educational programs to you to increase your knowledge and skills in related with educational performance. So, please subscribe Doordarshan Saptagiri channel in your YouTube link. My name is Suresh. I am working at Jilla Parishad Veerapanenigudem, Gannavaram Mandal. It is in Gannavaram Mandal, Krishna district. Dear students, because of this pandemic situation, all schools were closed, and NCERT along with the government of Andhra Pradesh released an alternative academic calendar related with the 9th class. Some of the important competencies are there. So, these are the important competencies. The first one is vocabulary. The second one is collocations. And the third one is usage of past perfect tense with before and after. Dear students, here is the competency 1, vocabulary. Vocabulary plays a vital role while you are reading and while you are speaking the things. So, please learn the root words. Please learn the root words anti. Here it is the word anti. We are creating some more words: antibody, antiseptic and antisocial. So, with these root words, we can create some more vocabulary and we can improve vocabulary skills. The second one is focus on practical terms and words. That means, while you are using regular conversations, you please find out the words and expressions which are very, very important in your conversation and reading practices. So, you please write down those expressions in your notebook and practice it while you are speaking with others or while you are reading with the textbook. And another important tip is create word associations. Here is an example: tiny, small, medium, large, giant and gargantuan. This is the sequence. That means tiny is very small and medium to large, giant and gargantuan, it is a very big one. So, prepare this type of sentences, words and write down in your notebook. These are very, very important for increasing your vocabulary capacity. And the fourth suggestion for you is complete regular vocabulary tests. That means, if you are going to observe some of the newspapers, you can easily find out some puzzles. You go through those puzzles and fill those puzzles. Automatically, you will get some confidence and at the same time some vocabulary in related with these vocabulary skills. And the fifth one is take a writing class. And if there is any possibility of smartphone with you, you please find out some of the tips and some of the tasks that are already posted in the Google. So, you find those things and complete those assignments. They also make you to improve your vocabulary skills. And the sixth one is create your group of words. That means, if you want to improve your vocabulary skill, you please prepare your own dictionary. It is very helpful for getting a speaking skill and at the same time reading skill and writing skill. So, children, the seventh tip for you to improve vocabulary is collect some examples. Identify some word examples. If you find out some examples related with some beautiful words, you collect those ones and you prepare and write down in your notebook. Those are very useful to improve your vocabulary. And at the same time, the eighth one is identify words that are share meanings. That means synonym words. If you find out one word, you Google the internet and you can find out synonyms easily. You write down in your notebook and you prepare your own sentences or your own paragraphs, then you can easily get confidence on vocabulary. And your reading is also other than textbook. You read other than textbooks. This is diversify what you read. That means, if you want to read something, you read and at the same time read other journals, scientific journals and other magazines and life histories, biographies, autobiographies. These type of tasks help you to improve your vocabulary skills. And the 10th and last and the 10th one is edit what you write. If you listen any passage from your DD channel or in any English channel, or if you are able to read any story books, you find out the gist of that passage and you please write down in your own sentences and replace some of the words with some beautiful words and with some beautiful phrases. Then automatically this task will improve your language vocabulary capacity. Dear students, we so far completed one competency. The second competency is collocations. What are collocations? Now, I am giving you here some examples. Here the first one is super fast train. Have you heard this one? Have you ever heard this one? Yes, super fast train. Quick train? No, we don't hear this quick train. Miss the bus. Yesterday I missed the bus. Yesterday I lost the bus. Lost the bus, it is a wrong representation, wrong expression also. There was a bad traffic and heavy traffic. There is a terrible traffic on the road. It is a good expression. There was a hard traffic on the road. it is a bad expression. How can you tell it is a wrong expression? No, we are not using this expression. Grammatically, this quick, super fast train and quick train are similar. Grammatically, there is no problem with these things. But we are giving preference to super fast train only. Why? Because some words fit together with native English speakers language. Because children, we are speaking other countries' language. So, we have to follow the rules and regulations designed by the native English speakers. So, there is no specific grammar rule to follow all these things. That means some words fit together and some words do not fit together. That is the problem. So, these words are called collocations. Here the collocation. Collocations are the words that naturally go together in English native speakers. That means English native speakers are using these one. That is why we are following all these ones. Because English native speakers are speaking. There is no rule. Fast food, it is the correct one. Quick food, it is also a correct one. But it is also a good expression, but we use fast food only. Though they are synonyms, we use fast food only. The second one is powerful engine. The second one is powerful engine. Strong engine, powerful engine, strong engine. These two are very similar. Though this word is not incorrect, we do not use strong engine, we use only powerful engine because of collocation. Because of collocation. Now, I am giving you some examples related with collocations, dear friends. You please take your notebook and write down these collocations on your notebook. Have breakfast. Have breakfast. Make progress. Make progress. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. Do something. Shut the door. Shut the door. Have fun. Have fun. Make business. Make business. Pay attention. Pay attention. Have a break. Have a break. Give an example. Come to a decision. Come to a decision. Here the types of collocations. We are going to learn some of the types of collocations here. The first one is, when you get old age, everything seems to take longer. Here in this sentence, old age is a collocation. Here old represents adjective, whereas age represents noun. The second one is, this is a new generation vehicle. Here the collocation is new generation. New represents adjective, generation represents noun. We must preserve our natural resources. We must preserve our natural resources. Here the adjective is natural and the noun is resources. And the second one, last one is, I was having a nice time here for about 3 days. Here the collocation is nice time. Here the word nice represents adjective and time represents noun. And the second type of collocation, it is verb noun collocation. In the previous slide, we learned adjective plus noun collocation. In the second slide, we are going to learn about verb and noun collocation. Compare. These mountains do not compare with the Himalayas. Here the verb is compare and the noun is Himalayas. Second one is, he always agrees with my opinion. Agrees, here agree is verb and my opinion represents noun. Bhavana associates chocolates with childhood. Bhavana associates chocolates with childhood. Here associate related with the verb and the childhood relates with noun. So, this is verb plus noun collocation. Last one is allow me to introduce myself to you. Allow me to introduce myself to you. Here introduce is a verb and you is a noun. The next one. Please write down in your notebook or otherwise subscribe to DD channel, DD Saptagiri channel in your YouTube link. You can easily identify and can easily give pause and you can write down in your notebook. The third one is noun plus verb collocation. Dogs bark. Dogs bark. Here the noun is dog, bark represents verb. Birds tweet. Birds tweet. An accident happens. An accident happens. A bomb explodes. A bomb explodes. Friendship develops. Friendship develops. Here the next collocation is noun plus noun collocation. Capital gain. We regularly use this one, capital gain. Capital is also a noun and gain is also a noun. Car park. Here car park, in car it also represents noun and park is also a noun. Call center. Call represents noun, center also represents noun. Catchment area. Catchment area. Child care. Child care. These examples represent noun plus noun collocation. And the fifth one is noun plus preposition collocation. A cause of. Here a cause, it is a noun. Preposition is of, a cause of. Argument with. Argument with. Debate on. Debate on. Belief in. Belief in. Responsibility for. Responsibility for. And the last one is preposition plus noun. That means the preposition plus noun collocation. At last, we are regularly using these words in our regular conversation and at the same time reading practice also, but we don't know what these are. At last, here yet represents preposition and noun, last represents noun. On foot, on represents preposition, foot represents noun. By mistake, by mistake. On purpose. Write down, children. On purpose. The last one is to my surprise. To my surprise. To my surprise. Now, so far we have completed six types of collocations so far. Once again, I am reading the headings of those collocations for you. Adjective noun collocation. Second one is verb plus noun collocation. Noun plus verb collocation. Noun plus noun collocation. Noun plus preposition collocation. And the last one is preposition plus noun collocation. These collocations are very important for the 9th class students because it is in syllabus, it is also in the textbook also, and we are telling in this live program as a competency. Now, we are going for third competency. Here the competency 3, past of the past. Past of the past. The train left the platform. This is a past action. I reached the station. This is also a past action. Which is the first action? The train left the platform is a first action. I reached the station is the second action. Now the time is, it is 3:15 p.m. So, we are representing past of the past. This past of the past is otherwise called past perfect tense. Here is an example for you. Past perfect tense represents, it should have two past actions. They should happen one after another. I brushed my teeth. This is the first action, and we should use simple past in the first action. I took my breakfast. This is the second action, and we should express this second action in past perfect. So, the result is, I had brushed my teeth. I took my breakfast. I had brushed my teeth. I took my breakfast. Here is another example for you. I brushed my teeth. I took my breakfast. I brushed my teeth. I took my breakfast. Which is the first action, children? Yes, I brushed my teeth is the first action, and I took my breakfast is the second action. In this past perfect tense, this after and before after is used in the first sentence, and first action with first action, and before is used with the second action. Now, I am writing this past perfect tense with after. After I had brushed my teeth, I took my breakfast. After I had brushed my teeth, I took my breakfast. Because I brushed my teeth is the first action, that is why here I am representing this sentence with past perfect and at the same time after. The second one is, I had brushed my teeth before I took my breakfast. Here before is used for the second past action. Dear children, here is another example for you. I locked the door. I went out to meet my friend at a restaurant. I locked the door. I went out to meet my friend at a restaurant. Which is the first action, dear children? Locked the door is the first action. So, I wrote that action in past perfect. I had locked the door. After I had locked the door, I went to meet my friend at the restaurant. I think you have already learned something about past perfect tense in your previous classes, previous live classes also. Here I want to give some homework for you. Please write down in your notebook. The movie already start. Please put these two words in bracket. When we arrived there. When we arrived there. The movie dash already start when we arrived there. Here is the second one. Before she travelled to Delhi, she dash, in this dash we have to write the particular tense. Reserve the hotel room. Reserve the hotel room. Dear children, you please write the last one. We dash meet before you move to Mumbai. We dash bracket meet before you move to Mumbai. You please go through the past perfect tense with your previous classes and complete this task at your home and show these things to your teachers and rectify the problems related with past perfect tense. Today, we learned, 9th class students learned vocabulary, how to improve your vocabulary. The second one is collocations, and the third one is past perfect tense with before and after. Please children, please practice these things at your home. This will help you to get your vocabulary, and at the same time these 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. Have a good day. Thank you.
మీ అభిప్రాయాలు తెలియజేయగలరు. ఈమెయిల్ ddSaptagiri@gmail.com, ఫేస్బుక్ www.facebook.com/ddsaptagiri, ట్విట్టర్ twitter.com/ddsaptagiri-vja, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ www.instagram.com/ddsaptagiri,